Wow, can you believe it is the week before Christmas? Do you have any favorite Christmas traditions? If you don't celebrate Christmas, what traditions do you have at this time of year? What traditions do you want to start? Today, I'm going to chat with you a little bit about what my family does throughout the years and what traditions we've actually recently started. Here's a few traditions that my family has passed on. Number one is the Christmas decorating begins Thanksgiving Day weekend. Typically, that's Thanksgiving Day, but if we have places to be, if we're visiting people or we're having guests over to our house, we often will wait to do the Christmas tree until after Thanksgiving Day. But it's always Thanksgiving Day weekend. The other thing that we do is Christmas cookies. Sometimes these actually get started in November if we're planning on making a bunch of cookies and sending them to people or exchanging with people. But we always make at least two types of cookies. We have our family favorite, which is the snowman cookie, and it always has red hots for buttons and either red or green sprinkles. The other cookie that we will make with that is just a circle that looks like an ornament that will not have any red hots on it for those who don't like it. And we'll put different sprinkles or holiday colors, red and green, typically on that cookie as well. The second cookie that we have to make is a Russian tea cake. This cookie is from my great Auntie Lena, who was from Germany. And she always made these, she called them Russian tea cakes. I don't know if that's exactly what they're made. And her cookbooks are broken German and broken English. So I actually had a coworker who brought these cookies in, and I'm like, these are exactly like my Aunt Alina's Russian tea cakes. And she gave me the recipe because I could not read my Aunt Alina's broken English and broken German recipe books. But these cookies are basically not healthy. They are shortening flour and chopped pecans. There's a few other ingredients as well, but once they're baked, they're rolled into powder sugar while they're hot. So I usually have to watch my fingers because my fingers can tend to get a little bit burned. But they are absolutely my favorite Christmas cookie. So the snowman cookies and the Russian tea cakes are always a family staple around Christmas time. The next thing we always do is homemade Chex Mix. We make a double batch in the oven and we double the seasoning because we love the seasoning to be extra. And sometimes I vary that recipe a little bit depending on what we have at home. Sometimes it has pretzels in it. Sometimes it has bagel chips. Typically has mixed nuts into it as well. So it is not nut friendly to people who have allergies, but it is one of our favorite things to do. And my kids get a kick out of taking the big roasting pan of Chex Mix out of the oven. I actually lift that out of the oven, but they get a kick out of stirring it every 15 minutes for, I think we do that for about 2 hours. And then we let it cool, and they love how all the seasoning and the extra seasoning gets kind of burned into or baked into the different cereal that we put in it. And then finally, one of the other traditions that we do is we take down our Christmas decorations between January 1st and January 6th. And we do that because it just depends on when the kids go back to school. But we also don't want our Christmas decorations being up until February. So we find it just more convenient. Sometimes on January 1st, we celebrate the new year by taking down the Christmas decorations. Sometimes we wait until January 6th, depending on the days on how they fall during the week and on the calendar. Now, here's a few traditions we have actually recently started. We couldn't do this first tradition because it just began last year, but we visit the local holiday show and all the lights at Six Flags Great America. And that's something that we just and really enjoyed last year, the shows and the lights. So we do that, and we plan to do that every year long as we live near there. The other thing we do is attend a Christmas Eve church service. and our church offers one. We might even consider, as the girls get a little bit older, going to our church service and then going to a candlelight service. We don't do a candlelight service right now just because they typically don't stay up past 9 o'clock or 9:30, even on special occasions. We like our family to be happy and well rested. We also do something different where we have something non-traditional for Christmas dinner. Now, a lot of people will do turkey or they'll do ham or they'll have both of those at their Christmas dinner. We do something different. We've had duck, we've had beef tenderloin, we'd have a pork roast, but we rarely do turkey. We sometimes do that at Thanksgiving, but sometimes we don't do it then either. And I think the reason is we do turkey during the year and we want Thanksgiving and Christmas to be something different. So we do roasted chicken or roasted turkey throughout the year, and we just want those two holidays of Thanksgiving and Christmas to be something that we rarely have. And we rarely have a pork roast or a crown roast or duck. We never have duck except at Christmas or Thanksgiving. And then one year we had a beef Wellington, which I actually did not care for, but my husband loved. Then we do some serious relaxing in front of the TV. My kids love this because we actually control screen time a lot. So they don't get a lot of TV during the school week. They're on their Kindles with their assignments for school, and they are allowed to get on different sites that are parent approved. But we don't do a lot of TV during the week because we're a busy family and we want to have mealtime together without the distraction of the TV. So between Thanksgiving and the New Year, we watch quite a bit of TV, which my kids love because it's just something different. We always watch The Christmas Story while we put up the Christmas tree. And then we watch Christmas themed movies and classic shows through the entire month of December. So movies like Elf, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, any of those classic shows that basically any kid from the 70s and 80s grew up with. My kids are exposed to that and they love all these Christmas classics. Then the big event between Thanksgiving and Christmas is watching the entire Star Wars movie series. That's every movie that's out with Star Wars. So we have episode 1 through 3, then we have Solo and Rogue One, then we have episodes 4, 5, 6 from the original movies, and then all the new Star Wars movies after that. Those are our wonderful memories that we have in watching the Star Wars movies. We have the popcorn out, we have hot chocolate with marshmallows, and we really do enjoy our Star Wars themes. And it's kind of funny because I did not grow up with Star Wars, but my husband loves it and he kind of got us all hooked into it. So that's our tradition of watching Star Wars from the first episode all the way to the last in the not the traditional order of watching 4, 5, 6 first, and then 1, 2, 3. If you are a Star Wars fan, you will know what I'm talking about. We actually watch from episode 1 all the way through the end. I would love to hear about your holiday traditions, and if you would like to share, please send me your tradition stories at Jeanette at DeWittPTWellness.com, or request to join my Facebook group, Mom COE. If you are already a member, thank you very much for being a member and for tuning in today's podcast. If you are not a member, I strongly encourage you to join that Facebook group. It's a great group of ladies. We are 155 members strong and growing. So we'd love to have you join us. And I welcome you to do that. But please post your holiday traditions into the Facebook group or reach out to me at Jeanette at DeWittPTWellness.com. And I am happy to read your stories about your traditions. Until next time, be bold, be beautiful, be you.